So I started with a pack of 3 wooden flower stakes. I got them from Joann Fabrics for $2. And I painted the stem using dried thyme from Wise Owl. And then I painted 2 of the flowers sapphire. And the last flower I painted using goldenrod. And then I had this unfinished wood watering can that I also got from Joann Fabrics for $2, and I painted that using chocolate. I set all of that aside to dry, and I took this 4-foot by 9-inch pine board, and using a foam roller, I applied 2 coats of cream. I gave it a nice sanding using a 220 grit sandpaper. This just helps smooth out the paint. Then I took this ruler stencil that I had, and I started at the bottom of my board, and we took some chocolate Wise Owl paint in a foam dabber and lightly dabbed on top of the stencil. Now this stencil measures 1 foot. We lifted it and went up our board, lining the top line of the finished part of the stencil with the bottom line of the actual stencil. And we repeated this step going all the way up our board. Now you want to make sure you use a very small amount of paint to help prevent any bleeding underneath the stencil. And once I finished going up my board, I took some number stencils that I had, and starting with the number 2, I numbered at each foot mark going up the board. I took more of the chocolate paint in a foam dabber, and I dabbed on top of the number. I took a small art brush just to connect so there were no lines or gaps within my number. And then I repeated this going up my board with the number 3 and the number 4 as well. Once everything was dry, I took the watering can and the 3 wooden flowers that I painted, and I glued the flowers to the back of the watering can, and I had this Love Grows Here sign that I tied on there, and using some E6000, I applied it to the top of my board. And now you have this cute wooden growth chart that you can display inside your home and document the growth of your child or grandchild. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Paint products can be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can check out some other tutorials on our YouTube or webpage. Have a great day.